This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fights. Always good to be joined with Mark Tibbs here on a Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, how's things, Mark? Mark, how are you?
Yeah, lovely, Lou. Not too bad, mate. Yeah, just same old, same old.
Yeah,
Family, work, work, family.
yeah, absolutely.
Some rest, some occasional rest.
Yeah, I can imagine. But yeah, obviously a busy end to the year for yourself. But just touching on yeah, I guess just starting on the stay of Wales. How is everything all going ahead of yeah, busy end to the year?
Well, it was a frustrating Friday last week with Tommy Fletcher, my cruiserweight. He stepped him up a little bit, and really frustrating performance for me anyway as his coach. It was frustrating for me because I know what Tommy possesses. You know what I mean? So he never got the win, and yeah, I've still yet to look at it, the replay. Still yet to look at the replay, and I will do to see where and what we can do to move forward. But I have a lot of belief in Tom still, and I can just put it. I think put it down to an experience thing, but got to have a look at it and see where we're going to go from now, sort of thing. But as I say, I still believe in Tom because I know what he possesses. He's a young man still. He's a young man, but he never took an hiding. He never took a beating, but he lost the fight fair and square, and. Yeah, I just hope he can move on from it and come back in a real positive way. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll touch on Tommy Fletcher, obviously suffering an upset defeat on Friday early on in his career, which is obviously not ideal. Yeah, I guess sort of just reflecting if you'd have speaking to Tommy after that, and yeah, I guess how'd you deal with that fight where as the rounds went on, it was sort of his opponent Vilkins was probably growing more and more in confidence. So how as a in the corner, like how do you deal with that when you can tell, I guess, an opponent is sort of growing in confidence and things aren't really going Tommy's way when like they should be?
Well, this is what it was. Look, his preparation for that fight was very different to his normal preparation, as in like he had serious sparring. I normally break him in with soft sparring and whatnot, but he went straight into he sparred with heavyweights actually, who Johnny Fisher prepares with. So because he's very heavy-handed, Tommy, that is. So he started off with heavyweight sparring, and middle and end, he actually finished with Chris Billum Smith, the world champion, cruiserweight world champion. I was very very happy with how he was in them spars, how it was competitive and fired back and all of that. And so we went into this fight I did went into this fight very confident that Tom would perform. Funny enough, Tommy's ringing me now, but I
Oh,
can't
okay,
answer
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
This is not interfering with our conversation, no.
No, no, not at all. Not at all. No, no, no.
He's ringing me now. But anyway, so it was frustrating for me in the corner. I think after the first round, I went, right, lovely, Tom. I said, like, that's nice. It's a good start. I want you to go and do that again. A little bit more pressure, Tom. But it's not a it's just got 8 rounds, mate. You got 8 rounds. So we went and done that again. Now I said, in the third round, I said, Tom, you must apply a bit more pressure. If you don't, he will. Yeah. And I think he went. I think he went a bit downhill from the second round for Tom, in my opinion. But the guy being 27, 28 years old, a bit more mature, physically probably mature, but not a better boxer than Tommy. He doesn't possess what Tommy's got. This
Yeah.
ain't an arm wrestling competition. This is a fighting competition, and you're a better fighter than this guy. Yeah, this is perfect for you to build your career to the next. To move and grow as a young fighter. So that's what was in my head. But Tommy just didn't do enough. Therefore, the experienced guys probably thought, well, hold up, he ain't going to throw too much, this fella, as in Tommy Fletcher. I'm going to
Mhm.
throw more. So he grew in confidence, our opponent that night. So I was I was extremely disappointed. But listen, as I say, I believe in Tom. I believe in the weapons he's possessed, and I could put it down to experience. And he never took a hiding, never took a beating, took a couple of licks, but he has to come back from this in a very, very positive way. He must do if he wants to make it in the sport of boxing, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. When you've got a young fighter like that and they suffer an early defeat, how is it as a trainer to sort of keep their confidence high? Because no doubt Tommy will definitely take a confidence knock from this with himself. You know, obviously I spoke to him after and he was pretty gutted. But yeah, I guess how do you sort of as a coach, how do you sort of pick the spirits up after something that obviously will clearly affect him?
Well, we had some direct, honest conversations in the dressing room directly after, and I'm a great believer in honesty because we all know where we are with honesty, not patting him on the back, telling him what he wants to hear. That's not good. So I think Tom knows me like that. So you know, it's just something that Tommy has to find within himself. He has to understand. Uh, he didn't do enough. He didn't do enough. If that man senses that I ain't doing enough, that man's it's not stupid enough. He's not that stupid. He's not going to do more himself. So he just didn't do enough, Tommy Fletcher. He didn't take the ball by the horns and do his job. So we'll chat. He's just rang me just now, so
Yeah, yeah.
uh, so I will chat shortly after you and hopefully meet up with him very, very soon.
Yeah, hopefully so. Did want to move on to Johnny Fisher, takes on Dave Allen on the 21st of December. Obviously, a Saudi trip for yourself and the Bull Army. That definitely will be an exciting one. Yeah, I think they'll probably go face to face tomorrow at the press conference. But yeah, how do you look at it ahead of a step up from Babbage and Dave Allen, who is been in there with some real good competition?
Yeah, Dave's a very experienced campaigner. Probably the most experienced that Johnny has fought. I guess it's gonna be, but I'm very confident in Johnny in the game plan and what we have in mind. But we have to prepare for a ready Dave Allen. As I say, I worked with Dave Allen years and years ago when Dillian fought him and Dillian hired him for a sparring partner for a while. So I do know Dave, and I always thought that there was more to Dave. Said this before in an interview, and I think a lot of people around him thought that too. So on such a big stage, we have to be prepared that he's going to find that extra stuff that he's probably had before and not brought it into his game plan. So Johnny can look good doing his job and winning in style. That's what we plan to do.
Is it not hard though? And I know you are professional and Johnny's very professional, but surely in the back of your mind, when you have someone like Dave Allen, who I think he can say himself, he's probably not done himself a good service with the way he's prepared for certain fights. I mean, you see it in the Fraser Clark fight and other fights before. Is it not hard to sort of ignore that it may not be the best version of Dave Allen?
Well, to be fair, although I look at the opposition and the enemy, so to speak, I focus on my own job and my own fighter, and he's making him the best he can be for the 21st of December. So yeah, I never take my eyes off of what's in front of me, but I know what's in front of me, and I know what Johnny's got to do to get that win. So it's up to us as a team to make Johnny fully aware of everything, balanced in his fighting capability and his defensive capability too, because Dave can counterpunch, as you saw with the Lucas Brown fight. I think he done a better job on Lucas Brown than Dillian White did, although Dillian White looked fantastic after after doing what's his name, Lucas Brown. After putting Lucas Brown away in great fashion, they went and done it better.
Yeah.
Slip, whoop, left hook to the body. Beautiful shot, you know.
Mhm.
So when a man slips and lit and you know and just whips short left hook in fantastic world championship fashion, that was,
Mhm.
you know, he can do that at any given moment. So that's why we know what we've got to do to prepare Johnny for that fight.
Will it be your first time in Saudi Arabia?
No, I was
Oh,
in Saudi Arabia when Dillian fought Marius Wack.
oh, of
Uh,
course, yeah,
yeah, and
yeah.
Anthony Joshua fought Ruiz for the second time. I was there then. It was a good experience, I must say. We had a great time there. I don't know how long ago that was. It wasn't too long
20,
ago.
5 years ago, 2019.
That's it. 2019 we was there, and yeah, it was a good experience. And you know, the more they do there, the better it gets, as in everything. So, you know, looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the 21st of December. Plus, I save a bit of money on my Christmas presents because I'll be too busy with Fisher.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, on that card, it's obviously the Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk rematch. As we said, scheduled for a press conference tomorrow, actually in London. Yeah, I guess for yourself, what do you think of that rematch? Sort of so quick after the first fight in May.
Well, I don't think it's so quick because they're two, you know, they've been around the block or two before them two guys, Usyk and Tyson. So they know what it's all about. Um, great, great fight. Tyson has to fight in a different way than he did before. That's for sure, and I'm sure and know he will. So hoping he gets the win. And to be fair, I'm guilty of not. Sometimes I have to remind myself who is top of the bill. But
Yeah.
what a fantastic bill to be on. I'm very very over the moon with that. Yeah, and great fight, mate. I can't pick a winner now after Tyson's last couple of performances. He can. I hope he gets his nut down and gets the win. I think he has to apply a very dominant performance from the off. No time to mess about. He's got to be the bully against the smaller man in Usyk because that man is some accomplished boxer, as you know yourself. So if you give him room, he's going to do what he does best, and he can't allow that Tyson Fury for sure.
I guess when you've got someone like Usyk who has a win over Fury, and Fury, not other than the Ngannou fight, which obviously didn't look great in that, but he had no real sort of, obviously no defeats, but no sort of blemishes on that record. Do you think Usyk, when you look at heavyweight rematch, he sort of has that fight in even more confidence, knowing that I can hurt this guy and I can beat him as well?
Yeah, well, listen, it's just natural. It'd be natural. It'd be natural for Uzi to be the more confident guy, as in, he feels he's got Tyson's number and he's done it before. He can do it again. Tyson, on the other hand, is had an unblemished record and has been beat by that man. He has to raise his game to make it a convincing win, in my opinion, in order to get the win over Usyk. And that'd be great, wouldn't it? Both got unblemished cards, but one on one, if it comes off, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and I guess when you flip it on a Fury side, like him dealing with defeat, do you think when you look at his mentality, it works in a positive way, or it could work in an even more negative way?
So again,
Like, so Fury dealing with defeat, do you think it work in an even more positive way where we could see a better Fury?
yeah, it should do. It's natural. It's a natural way of thinking that he will wanna. He's always been a winner. Tyson, he's always been a winner. He didn't want to lose against Tyson. He's just got made a few mistakes, and I'm sure he's brushed up on them mistakes. And he would know more than anyone uh, what his mistakes were, and I'm sure he's brushed up on them and ironed them out in order to be the best he can be. Because it was the best he could be that night. But then Usyk was just better. He
Yeah.
just got that left cross off once, and it threw Tyson's game plan, and then it all went downhill for Tyson. So I feel that there's going to be no stone left unturned with Tyson Fury, that's for sure. And whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, absolutely. A last couple from myself. Talking on heavyweight rematches, it looks like potentially Daniel Dubois and Anthony Joshua will have a rematch. Basing it off the first fight, risky fight to take for Anthony Joshua.
Well, yeah, it is risky. It's the same sort of scenario. He's been beat by Dubois, and there's not, he's at a stage of his career where I feel that if any fight he's going to have, it's got to be that one. It has to be that one, in my opinion. And he's got to put the wrong right. He has to. But Dubois, on the other hand, young animal, it's going to be a difficult task for Anthony Joshua, that's for sure. Because, Dubois is looking good and he's only going to look better.
Last one from myself. Do you think it's win or bust for AJ in a rematch?
Of course it is. Of course it is. 100%. It's win or bust for sure. It's win or bust for sure. To be fair, part of me thought that, it's never nice to end your career on a loss. But he's done everything, hasn't he? Anthony Joshua, he's done everything that any fighter could dream of. And the young lions always come up behind him and push the legends out of the way. That's what they do. But he looks after himself. He's always looked after himself. He can do it. It's all about where his mind is. You know what I'm saying? It's all about where AJ's mind is. And if he can get in that fight and put Dubois' mind where it was,
Yeah.
it's going to be hard. It's going to be a hard task. But heavyweight boxing, as they say, is one punch can turn the fight around. So listen, I wish the best of luck to Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois, and I can't wait for the rematch. That's for sure.
Definitely. Mark, as always, a pleasure to speak to you. Always do appreciate you taking the time to speak to me. And yeah, as always, mate, hopefully it won't be too long to see you again. Top man. Thank you, mate.
Thanks, Louis. All the
Cheers.
best, mate.